Hi everyone, this is my personal identity video. My name is Michelle Newman and this is for PA 619. So who am I? First, I want to introduce you to my family. In the picture you see my husband Brian, our son Jackson, and myself, and then our dog Tex on the left and Allie, who is no longer with us, on the right. So who is Michelle Newman? Or should I say, who is Michelle Balin Newman? And I use my maiden name Balin here because although I don't use it anymore, it is who I am. It's still who I identify with. I identify with the Balin family and is part of who I am. I was born and raised in San Diego and moved to Temecula, and now I call La Quinta home. And for those of you who don't know where La Quinta is, I'm about 5 miles away from the Coachella Music and Arts Festival. And when I say that, everybody's like, oh yeah, I know where that is. I'm a woman, a wife, a mother, a daughter, a sister, and a student. My college career is not like most other students. Upon graduation from high school, I went to San Diego State for a year, Cal State San Marcos for my second year. I did some community college in between to get my GE complete, and then I graduated from the University of Redlands in 2006 with my BS, and no, it's not a joke, in business and in management. And I think to understand who someone really is to understand their philanthropic ways, if they have any. I have a few charities that I support on an ongoing basis because each of them have a mission and a purpose that is important to my values. I support St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, ASPCA, The Living Desert, SoCal Pitbull Team, and the American Heart Association. Just a quick side story, we went camping last weekend, and when we checked in, we received a handout with the rules. On it, it stated that dogs were allowed except pit bulls, Dobermans, and German Shepherds. Now, thinking in the context of this class, I thought, wow, if that was said that all were welcome except Caucasians and Native Americans, for example, that would be discrimination. But since animals are not a protected species in that respect, it's okay to make these comments and statements. I personally don't agree with breed-specific discrimination, as you cannot punish the whole for the actions of a few, which in my opinion also translates to humans and probably is another discussion for somewhere else in this class or even a different class. So to better understand who I am and my identity, I've jotted down a few likes and dislikes. Now these do not by themselves define who I am, but cumulatively they make up part of who I am. I like cooking, working out, which includes doing mud runs and half marathons. I haven't worked up to the full marathon yet. I love high impact cardio and weightlifting. I like feeling accomplished. I love being just with my family. I love wine. Popcorn with Parmesan cheese, green beans and chicken, working on a task until it's finished versus starting it and coming back later to finish it. I love symmetry and when things are evenly divisible, and I love country music. I don't like laziness, ignorance, a messy house, shrimp, mushrooms, grilled cheese sandwiches, which everyone thinks is weird. I don't like taking naps or sleeping in. I don't like wasting time on anything. And believe it or not, I don't like social media. A little bit more about my family. My husband Brian and I have been together for 15 years, but only married for 2. One of the reasons we took so long to get married was that he was a professional golfer and we selfishly were traveling and enjoying that lifestyle. Eventually we decided we had to grow up, and in that we decided to start a family, and we couldn't be happier that we've done that. My husband and I own a few Pedego electric bike stores, which he runs and manages. We have them here in the Coachella Valley and also in Michigan, and they definitely keep us busy. So how I see myself is that I'm reserved but open with those that are close to me. I do not like to open up to everybody, and which is why this video is hard to do. I'm particular and anal, but at the same time I'm also flexible and adaptable, which is a weird dichotomy. I have high expectations for myself and those that are close to me. I get annoyed very easily. My facial expressions will tell you exactly how I'm feeling. I'm extremely loyal. I welcome new ideas. I'm overly organized. I'm inclusive of others and their beliefs and ideas. I'm a problem solver that does not see everything as black and white, yet there are definitely shades of gray. And I'm a good negotiator and also practical. How others view me, I hope, is that I'm a hard worker, that I'm knowledgeable about many different things. I am task-oriented, I'm kind, silly, genuine, that I can possibly have an attitude which can come across as judgmental, that I'm a very busy person, and even though I'm task-oriented, people may see me as not being able to stay on track because I can successfully multitask, that I'm indecisive, that I disobey rules, and that I'm not interested in their ideas. And I recently took part of a staff development retreat, and we did the True Colors test to better understand how we can work together and collaboratively, but also how others can work with me based on my personality strengths and weaknesses. And if you haven't taken it, I think you really should. It really provides insight into how we are all different, yet how we all share commonalities that we may not be aware of. For instance, I see myself as eclectic and can deal with chaos, whereas others see that same personality trait as being scattered and cluttered. So knowing how you see yourself through the eyes of others, I think is very helpful. So others' impressions of me, and I wish I could say that others' impressions don't affect me, but then I'd be lying and I would never grow as a person. Whether they are negative or positive impressions, they force me to prove them right or wrong, depending on the impression. But a negative impression always makes me guarded. And I do so with persistence to make sure that I can prove those impressions right or wrong. Over the years, I've learned that others' impressions of you should not dictate who you are, but rather act as a map to keep you in check from straying too far off the path. I've learned exactly what this quote says. Not everyone deserves to know the real you. Let them criticize who they think you are, because not everyone will want to know or accept who you are, and that's okay. So, in conclusion, I want to say thank you for watching this video. I look forward to working with you in this class and possibly in other classes if you're in the MPA program. And I just want to leave you with one other thought. How I see myself and how you see me may be different, and that's okay. But I think we can all work collaboratively, and our interactions shouldn't be limited by our differences. We should embrace our differences with each other and work together. Thank you very much.